Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, and today we're talking about Zoé Lee from Miraculous Ladybug and why she gets so much hate. Now, whether you like or dislike Zoe, one thing is clear, she's one of the most controversial characters in the show. Some fans think she's a good addition, while others claim she's bland, forced, or even a replacement for Chloe. So is the hate justified or completely unfair? Well, let's get into that. Zoe was introduced in season 4 as Chloe's half-sister, moving to Paris from New York. She quickly became a hero, willing to be miraculous as the new queen bee, but instead of being welcome, she was met with backlash from a large portion of the fandom. But why is that? Let's see what people have to say and see if their points are valid or not. One of the biggest complaints is that Zoe is too bland. People say she's just nice and doesn't really have much depth, but if we actually look to her character, we see there's actually more to her than we actually think. Zoe grew up in New York, constantly pressured to act tough to fit in. Her mother, Aubrey, saw kindness as a weakness, forcing Zoe to suppress her true self. Hoping for a real bond, Zoe looked to Chloe, but instead, Chloe pushed the same toxic mindset. Forced to fake her personality, Zoe hated pretending. That's why she seems reserved at first. She's still figuring out who she really is. In Paris, she finally gets the chance to be herself, but chooses kindness because for once she isn't being forced to act like a bully. But does this make her less interesting than Chloe? Maybe, but but saying she has no personality ignores the fact that her entire story is about reclaiming her own identity. On that note, I feel like Zoe is more complex than some of Marinette's classmates because I see a lot of people saying she's like a background character who has no depth and she's not really needed. But like, are you gonna tell me that Kim has more depth than Zoe or Max and Ivan and Merlin? Really? Like, she's more complex than they are character wise.
I mean, listen to this.
At first, I wanted to be an actress. I'm good at acting. But then I found myself acting all the time, playing these different roles, trying to please everyone until I couldn't do it anymore. I just want to be accepted for being me, the real me. And now it's happening all over again. I just can't.
I'm just saying Zoe has a more compelling story to tell than these guys. And I'm not even saying that these guys are bad characters. I'm just saying, well, except Kim. Except Kim, he is a bad character. I wonder what Marinette saw in him. I will stand on that. A lot of people seem to think that Zoe only exists to replace Chloe, and this is further pushed by the fact that the very second episode we see her, she gets the Be Miraculous. And to that, all I can say is Marinette was trying to give anyone that miraculous, and the requirements were just be nice, and they would have let you on the team. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Any person who was praying for that Chloe redemption arc started to see that their prayers were not being answered. They thought that if they wait long enough, Ladybug would give Chloe the miraculous. Season 4 pulled up and ended. Season 5 came around and ended, and Chloe fans had to come to the realization that it's over, it's cooked. She is not getting it back because they thought that Chloe could be redeemed through being a hero and eventually become a better person. But Thomas was like, nah, it's one thing for Ladybug to take your miraculous. I mean, she was doing that from season 2 till season 4. But it's a whole other thing of taking it and giving it to someone else. It's another way of saying
You're fired!
if anything, I feel like Zoe was added as a contrast to Chloe, not as a replacement. The show makes it clear that they are two different people who've made different choices despite having similar upbringings. Zoe's existence doesn't erase Chloe, it highlights why Chloe is the way she is. Another argument is that Zoe is too perfect, kind of like a Mary Sue character. Now, a Mary Sue is someone who lacks flaws, never struggles, and is instantly good at everything. But is this really true when it comes to Zoe? No, I mean, if you've been watching this video, we've already highlighted some of the struggles Zoe has as a character. She is not a Mary Sue character. She is far from that. Zoe struggles with standing up for herself. She starts off afraid to even go up against her mother's expectations, and even after embracing her real personality, she doesn't suddenly become confident. It takes time. She has flaws, they just aren't as loud and obvious as Chloe's. When it comes to Chloe and Zoe, instead of making these two enemies, the best route would be having Zoe and Chloe actually bond like sisters after a redemption arc. Because here's the thing, Zoe actually loves Chloe and Jenny wants to be happy with her and have a real family. It's in her character. Now, whether Chloe loves Zoe back now, that's a different story. But wouldn't it be nice if the sisters actually got along in the end? I feel like that would be the perfect place to end their whole sister arc when they're finally happy. Now, about the Be Miraculous, Zoe needs to keep it. Right now, her character already struggles with limited screen time. If they take away the Be Miraculous and give it back to Chloe, it will weaken her presence in the story even further. Many see her as a Chloe replacement, and sidelining her as a hero would only fuel that idea. Chloe can still get a redemption arc without taking Zoe's role away. So does Zoe deserve all the hate? Personally, I don't think so. She can be a great character. If handled well and correctly, she can be one of the most compelling characters with a great story to tell. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was Zoe a good addition to Miraculous Ladybug or just unnecessary? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to watch my previous video where I talk about Chloe's purpose in Miraculous Ladybug. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.